I am that 80s nostalgia toy guy. Today, it's another horror unboxing at the collector's table. It's Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. Let's get Freddy out of the box. Welcome back to the collector's table, everyone.
Welcome back.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door.
3, 4, better lock your door.
Getting scared yet?
I'm scared to close my eyes. I'm scared to open them.
It's another collector's table horror unboxing. I love these unboxings, and Freddy Krueger is one of my favorite horror figures of all time.
Is that the one where the guy had knives for fingers?
Yeah, Freddy Krueger.
Freddy, that's right. I like that movie. It was scary.
There are around 10 films featuring the charred child killer, but all my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street films are those with Mr. Robert Englund. All those classic A Nightmare on Elm Street horror films, I love them. But today, it's all about Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. Not only was the film good, but this horror film soundtrack was amazing, featuring one of my favorite 80s hair metal bands, Dokken.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is Dokken.
If you don't know any 80s hair metal music, and you love any films from the 80s, especially horror films, you'll know the one hair metal Dokken tune, Dream Warriors. So backed with one frightening soundtrack and the scary charred face of Freddy Krueger, this film did very well in 1987, and it made sure that the Nightmare on Elm Street legacy would live on. And this one made sure that we thought twice about falling asleep again.
I had the most awful dream.
Before we get Freddy out of the box, let's take a look at this awesome box art. You already see Freddy Krueger there in a boiler room with the Freddy Krueger logo, the A Nightmare on Elm Street logo, and the Sideshow Collectibles 6 scale logo. On the side there, we have a Nightmare on Elm Street logo. The same on the other side. The top and the bottom have blood splatter, which is awesome. This is amazing box art. And on the back, we have another little picture there of Freddy Krueger with all those logos. Also on this box is the New Line Cinema logo. Now, the awesome thing about New Line Cinema is back in 1983 when they were starting production on the first Nightmare on Elm Street, then a fledgling New Line Cinema pinned all of its hopes on that 1984 original Elm Street film. They spent all they had on that classic horror film, and it paid off big time. And back in the day when we heard New Line Cinema was putting a film out, we knew it was going to be something scary or action-packed. And that's all thanks to A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now let's get Freddy Krueger out of this box. We open the box there to see Mr. Freddy Krueger with this nice little wraparound cardboard piece there. Really like that. And how about this t-shirt right here? My wife made this for me, and I couldn't think of a better way to debut it. I absolutely love Freddy Krueger, and I can't wait to add this Freddy Krueger to my ever-growing A Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Let's take Freddy all the way out of the box. We're going to start off by putting together this awesome black A Nightmare on Elm Street stand. We're going to set this awesomely detailed Freddy Krueger on this stand. This figure is very basic, but that's all we need. Freddy Krueger sells himself. Everything about this 1/6 scale figure hits me nostalgia bone. From that awesome brown hat to that charred face where the parents of the dead children burnt Freddy in that first Nightmare on Elm Street film.
A bunch of us parents tracked him down after they let him out. We found him in an old abandoned boiler room where he used to take his kids. Took gasoline, poured it all around the place, then lit the whole thing up and watched it burn.
Pretty brutal, huh? But he deserved it. But we love him as a horror figure because he does the job. He scares us, and that's why we love the horror genre.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
Continuing on, this figure is very detailed. We got that amazing brown and red sweater that just scares the dickens out of us. You go down to those brown pants, and then you get all the way down there to those boots. And then if you know Freddy Krueger, you know he's got those knifed gloves. And look on that right hand there. You see that knived glove right there on that right hand.
I'm sorry, kid. I don't believe in fairy tales.
And then you look at that left hand there, you see that bubbled skin look of that charred left hand. This Freddy Krueger figure does it all without really having to have much. Freddy Krueger came equipped with his killing tools.
For God's sakes, don't fall asleep.
Before we go over the limited accessories, I'd like to ask you to like this video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any future horror unboxings, Freddy Krueger unboxings, Sideshow Collectibles unboxings, 1/6 scale figure unboxings, and just all my videos in general. Thank you very much for doing all you do to make my channel the success that it is. I really do appreciate that, and I really love bringing my collection to you. I'm always trying to add new and fresh things to the channel, so please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on everything to come.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.
Now back to Freddy Krueger. As you know, Freddy Krueger had that glove on that right hand, so we get an extra knived glove there to put on his right hand, and we get a couple of extra left hands that are all burnt up and charred and scarred, making a total of 5 interchangeable hands.
Wow.
I really love the glove hand that's on his hand right now, but I'm going to go ahead and take that left hand, and I'm going to replace it with that hand there that has the finger pointing.
Your wish is my command.
Before we put that hand on, let's check out the articulation. Of course, he articulates at the head and neck. He actually has 2 pieces there. He has the neck and the head, making it so that he can articulate very well there at the shoulders. And then you move down to the shoulders, you see a big, nice ball socket joint there. And then the elbows right there, and the wrists at each hand. And he can move nicely at the waist and chest, giving him tons of mobility and tons of posability right there. We move down to the hips. Really, really nice ball and socket hip joint there. Some knee movement right here. And then these boots right here. He's got some movement down here at his ankles. Just a really nice piece. Really awesome detail. Great articulation. Really nice job, Sideshow Collectibles, making this Freddy Krueger so that we can pose him at any one of the plethora of scary killer scenes that we see in any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Not just Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors from 1987. We can pose him in any of those horrific scenes we want to. With these 2 knife gloves and those 3 other left hands. So we're going to take this left hand off, pop that left hand in, and there we go. Freddy Krueger is pointing at you. You're next.
I'll be looking for you.
What a scary thought. I hope you sleep well tonight. I love these action figures, I love these toys, I love these collectibles. They all take me back, and this Freddy Krueger takes me back to 1987.
It's 1987. Do you know where Freddy is?
Being that little kid, my grandma, grandpa renting this VHS and leaving me home alone to watch A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 3, Dream Warriors, rated R.
It was an awesome film, and luckily the first time I watched it was during the day, so I didn't have to worry about going to sleep. All of you horror fans, let me hear from you in the comment section. All you Freddy Krueger fans, let me hear about you in the comment section. All you Wes Craven fans, let me hear about you in the comment section. And then let's wax nostalgic about New Line Cinema, all of our great nostalgic films, all of our great nostalgic TV shows, and cartoons. Hit me up in the comment section. Let's talk. I love to chat.
It's like going on a date with a chatty Cathy doll.
Let's take another little look at that face before I bid you adieu. Look at all that detail on that face. Make sure you stick around here. In a few moments, you'll see the close-ups.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
I like to set my extra hands with my figures down here, usually at their feet. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, and that awesome extra gloved hand. That thing is really cool. That's a nice little display piece there for the stand. And there we go, Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale Freddy Krueger from 1987's A Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV.
What amazing detail. What an amazing figure. This hits me right in that nostalgia bone. Let me know in the comment sections what you think about this figure. If you have this figure, let's chat.
Do you have off switch?
I am that 80s nostalgic toy guy, Thank you all for joining me at the collector's table for another awesome unboxing. Today, it was Freddy Krueger. Who knows what it'll be tomorrow, but I will be back at the collector's table to unbox something awesome, something cool, something old, or something new. Before I say goodbye, go ahead and hit that like if you haven't, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any fun and entertaining videos like the one you just saw today. I'll see you back at the collector's table real soon. Now that was fun, wasn't it? Now go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the fun on the channel. We'll see you again real soon.